Welcome to the Chamber Vibes podcast with your host, Brittany Timmons, the Greater Guthrie Chamber of Commerce CEO and President. In this podcast, you will hear from local guests who will discuss topics such as leadership, small business, and our vibrant community. You'll also hear success stories and tips from amazing local businesses, dive into important news, meet community leaders, and find out how you can get involved in our community. From the Second Banana Media Studios in beautiful and historic downtown Guthrie, America, here is Brittany Timmons.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back for another episode of Chamber Vibes. Brittany Timmons here. Good to have you all, whether you're listening via audio or watching on YouTube. Highly recommend that you watch this one on YouTube because this background is probably going to be the best background we've had. No offense to any of our other guests, but this one moves. So anyway, we're up in our game here with Midwest Liftfest. So today we're just, depending on when you watch it, we're just a few days out from the annual event at Vance Auto Group. And so I've got my friends on here. I've got Blake Shipman with Vance. I've got Doug Newton here with the VFW and Lisa New with Helping Community Paws and Claws. So you might be like, hey, why so many folks and what's going on? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So Blake, you want to start off and give some details for Saturday's event?
Yeah, so you can see here it's Saturday, September 28th, which is this coming Saturday. It's our 6th annual event, it used to be Midwest Jeep Fest. And
why did we change it?
So we, at the Auto Group, there's a lot more vehicle styles than just Jeeps that enjoy the off-road trails. And I'm a huge proponent of getting out and enjoying the wilderness and four low. So I know there's a lot more than just Jeeps that do it. And with Lift Fest, that is pretty much synonymous with suspension lifts and performance. And we picked that as the name and we rebranded it to be more inviting to people who maybe don't spend a lot of time in the trails. We take the best part of the off-road scene and put it right in this little town in Guthrie. And you don't have to go very far. There's no mud. There's no other obstacle than the one you're paying to do, which you can do all day for an unlimited track pass.
There you go. Yeah. And so you don't have to have a Jeep. And nope. I think a lot of people thought that, even though you really didn't have to have a Jeep with Jeep Fest. Right. But, people saw Jeep and think, well, I don't have a Jeep. So now it's Lift Fest. So anything lifted that can handle our trail. Again, if you're watching on the video, you can see people driving on the trail.
Yeah, This is all built by Dirtworks of Oklahoma and Great Plains Kubota. They've put together this course along with John Vance Auto Group. Kicker Performance Audio is our presenting sponsor, and it's all for our local VFW and Helping Communities Paws and Claws, we pick a foundation every year, and this year we picked 2 because we just wanted to do as much as possible, and we couldn't decide on one, so we picked 2.
Yeah, so one thing that's, this is kind of fun part about what I get to talk about is, the Vance family believes in giving back to the community. They've been in business over 40 years now, right here in Guthrie. And so when Jeep Fest was created, it was created to have fun, of course, promote Jeeps and get people out to the dealership, but that wasn't their goal, was to sell vehicles that day. It was to give back. And I think the first year was for God's Food Bank. I think I remember you brought a canned good to get in.
Right.
And it had just a few vendors and maybe one food truck, and it was fun, and it's just grown from there. And so do you know about, and it's okay if you don't off the top of your head, but about how much money has been raised collectively?
So we're probably looking upwards of, I would say close to 40, 50, maybe upwards of $60,000 that we've raised over the span of 6 years. I would stand behind that number.
Yeah, to give back to local nonprofits. And then last year was Make-A-Wish, and we were able to grant a few wishes.
We did just north of $20,000 for Make-A-Wish, Oklahoma. So we are super excited about that. And I know that I can speak for the committee. We want to do at least that, if not more. So It's always trying to go up and up and up. And so I think there's still some surprises left for people to enjoy. Yeah. I think it's changing right now. We're out there building it. I'm not, but people are. And so shout
out to Dan.
Yeah.
Keep working, Dan.
As I speak, there's going to be some new things. I'm kind of reluctant to even bring them up because we've improved on the things for kids.
Okay.
So where we had an RC course, there may or may not be another RC course. And where we had kids' e-bikes, there may or may not be more track for kids to ride on their e-bikes. So
Okay.
I will just say there are. Both of those things are true.
Right, there you go. Yeah, and if you spoiler, but not spoiler, but spoiler.
I'm a terrible secret keeper.
Yeah, if you've been to the event in the past, it's been warm weather.
Yeah.
And so we've definitely battled the elements with extreme heat. And so Saturday looks to be pretty perfect fall day in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So we don't bring a hoodie. We hope you need one because we don't want to be sweating like we have in the past. And so super excited about the fall weather and doing this event. You know, in the fall will hopefully bring us out some more folks. So
We couldn't have gotten any luckier. It dropped 20 degrees in a matter of a week.
That's awesome. Yes. So really looking forward to that. So it's family-friendly event.
That's right.
Lots of stuff for kids to do.
There's a red, white, and bounce inflatable setup for the kids. There are RC trucks that we have a scaled crawler course, as well as people who are in RCs know this. There's like a trophy truck course now, so you can go fast and jump and turn and fun
So
stuff like that.
you encourage them to bring their own?
That's right. And we will have little RC crawlers for people to use and take turns and have an opportunity to do that. We also have did I mention the e-bikes? I already mentioned the e-bike course.
But mention
I'm going to
it
do it again.
Yeah.
So Mid-America Rep Services as well as Ajax Kawasaki are going to come together and make it bigger. So they're going to bring more. We're raffling off a brand new one in the box. So let me get to raffles here in a little bit.
Yes.
But the e-bike thing is a huge draw. Dan at Dirtworks of Oklahoma is improving that course as we speak. We're going to have face painting. There's food. The food trucks are awesome.
Yeah.
Papa's Tacos, Bigsy's Barbecue, Hawaiian style food truck.
All local food trucks.
All local. Vic's Cotton Candy. And then the Crossbar Ranch people, everyone who's into this sort of thing, they're coming up from Davis, and they have a cotton candy truck as well. Snow cones. Sorry, snow cones.
Snow cones.
Which they're going to bring out. So that's awesome. Off-road Addictions. Where I feel like this is going to be a big improvement aside from what the kids have to do is there's going to be a lot more shopping. We're going to have a huge vendor setup. And I think, what are we up to, 20-something vendors?
Yeah, we have, of course, VFW, and we'll get to that in a minute, and HCPC are going to have their booths, but we've got some folks bringing out some T-shirts.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of merch.
Yeah, a lot of merch. Hobby. What's the hobby place called?
Triple Crown Hobbies.
Triple Crown Hobbies is coming, and they'll have some things. Yeah, several different retail
Four-wheel
booths.
parts.
Yep.
Kicker is going to set up. We've got O'Reilly Auto Parts as a massive supporter.
Sam's Club this
Sam's
year
Club,
wants to
Walmart.
be part of it.
That's
Super
right.
cool.
That's
they
right.
love supporting Guthrie.
Vance Upfitters as well as
Upfitter.
Yes. Shout out to Vance Upfitters. Excited to have them.
we're going to have a really good crew. I think this may be the hardest year to beat. This may be it.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
And our local Walmart wants to be part of it this year
Right.
too. So they're
Right.
going to have a booth out there as well. So
Which should give you some good indication that it's being recognized by more and more people as we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
6
Yeah.
years running, so I feel like it's growing.
I also got word at Chamber Coffee this morning that Scooter's Coffee is
Might be
looking
there.
to
Oh, wow.
possibly have a booth. And they said, is it too late? I said, no.
No.
It's not. Bring your coffee.
Yeah.
We might need their coffee.
We've had
that
people signing up for booths up until, I think our last one was on, I got a call on Sunday about an axe. We're having axe throwing, so that's happening
Oh,
too.
cool. Thanks for letting me know. In charge of vendors. But no,
They
that's
called
cool.
us. They emailed me.
So you're going to be the one they're throwing an axe at.
Great. Blake hasn't informed me of that either. Do I get to be in like a cage of some sort?
You have to wear a cape.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Just kidding.
This all sounds fun. No, what we're trying to say is that it's a super fun event.
Yeah.
It's a great family event. And what if people come and they're like, I drive a car and I can't drive on the track. Is this event for me?
Yeah, so we're going to have off-road vehicles, lifted vehicles that John Vance Auto Group is supplying for their sales team to take people around on their own private tour through the course, through the venue. They can pay for that per family, and it's going to be a really fun time. I think it's more of every year I try to make it more of a spectacle. And I was just thinking about this today and explaining it out loud to Dan, the guy building the dirt works of Oklahoma, building the track. I said, we used to think about the parents first, and we would be like, what can we make the parents happy with, but also keep the kids occupied? And now I've reversed it. What can we do to make the kids love this, and then we give the parents just something to do?
Yeah.
That's really what we should have
Aren't
been
there
doing.
going to be some cool sunglasses there this year?
Yeah, so we're going to we have our own Midwest Liftfest sunglasses you can buy, hats, shirts, and a few other things. There's memorabilia, stickers, but then we have Pit Viper coming out with Mid-America
Aubrey
Rep
heard Pit
Services.
Viper and
Yeah.
she's sold.
I'm super excited about that. I might be running around with my own shades. I'm going to
Heck
get my
yeah.
face painted like a panda bear, something cool.
Oh.
Just,
I think you should get some tire tracks.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be wild. So
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. We're super excited about it. And all of the proceeds. I serve on the committee. I've served on the committee, I think 3 or 4 years now. I can speak from not a Vance employee, a community member that's part of the committee, that none of the money from the vendor fees to any of that overhead, none of that, takes away from these 2 nonprofits. So every dime we raise from merch, from Midwest Liftfest merch, raffles, even a portion of the food truck sales are going to go to these 2 nonprofits. So that's huge. Our local food truck said, yeah, we want to be part of the event and we're going to give back. So,
and I want to say real quick, the way that we're able to do that is we have the most amazing sponsors like realtruck.com, Infab. We've got Rough Country. These companies see the value in us giving back to our community, and so they help us out a lot. They keep our overhead down, and we can enlist these as raffle items for us to give back in a bigger way to places like Helping Communities, Paws and Claws, and the VFW of Guthrie. And so I just wanted to name drop those guys. Yeah. I can't say enough about them. Right now I'm a little all over the place, so I'm trying to remember everything. But everything we need you to see is on social media and MidwestLiftFest.com. So if you have any social media pages, we are on there. So just Midwest Liftfest. Everything we've done is updated. You can find out anything you want to know. Our supporters, our goal, everything. So please do yourself a favor and check that information out.
Yeah, and definitely invite. I mean, it's a quick drive from Stillwater, Edmond, Oklahoma City, even Tulsa. Come out and spend the day and invite your friends and family.
Free entry.
Free entry this year, yes.
Free.
Yes, and I did hear that there's a local celebrity that will gladly give some rides in his lifted truck.
So I hear the sheriff is going to be hanging out in his lifted F-250 that's got the Logan County Sheriff's badge on it. He was here last year, and the reason he didn't show up is because it'd always been called Jeep Fest.
Yep.
And he got the idea that maybe I can check that out, and that's what we wanted. I love Jeeps, Gladiators, Wranglers, JLs, JKs, whatever, Jeep trucks, Liberties, Compasses, bring them out. But our course, Dan makes sure at Dirtworks of Oklahoma that it is absolutely possible for everyone to maneuver through the course without messing up your ride. But there are things you can test too. So if you want to do that for the more extreme experienced people, but we welcome Broncos, trucks, Jeeps, anything as long as it was street legal from the factory. I'm a side-by-side guy. We can't allow anyone with a side-by-side onto the course. You can drive there. You can park in the parking. You can be a part of our event. We cannot let you on the course. I need that to be stated explicitly.
And there's reasons for that. Trailer parking and safety issues and things like that.
And people just forget that they lose their cool whenever they're in something that's fast and so agile. So we just try to keep it. It's
kind of a slow go course, but super fun if you're into off-roading. My family's done it for years when we've had Jeeps, and it's a ton of fun. But if you want to ride with the sheriff, he will be there. We'll have to confirm what times he'll be there. But last year he smiled so big and enjoyed loading up his truck with people to ride along. So
we had a line of people waiting to go for rides.
Sheriff Devereaux
that we loved came without a vehicle of their own. I mean, they parked in the general parking and they made their way out there, probably having no idea they could get in a ride. And there was the sheriff going, "Hop in."
What's better than him jumping on a bull?
Right.
Safer, right?
Good
So
call,
glad to
Lisa.
see you there.
We tried to get that. We tried to get him booked for this year, but he said maybe next year. So
what?
A bull rider.
A bull.
Yeah.
A mechanical.
And
bull.
maybe Sheriff Devereaux, I'll make sure he watches this, that he won't hurt himself driving.
Please.
Because the bulls, Anyway, we need him to stay safe. So anyway, looking forward to it. And so let's talk about what we're doing this all for. And that's these 2 organizations right here. I'll start with Lisa. So tell us a little bit about what HCPC does, and then how, why do you need funds, and how can Liftfest, raising money for your organization, how can that help you?
Okay. First of all, I want to say thank you. We're really super honored to be a beneficiary of this. So everybody that has sponsored it and put it on and hosted it, I want to say thank you to everybody that has donated. HCPC is a spay and neuter program here in Logan County, but as everybody knows, we're so much more than that. We try to help animals as they call and come in. I can't do all of them, but we
certainly try, though, ma'am.
We try. I'm really
so much.
My heart's for the street cats. Most people know that, for the street cats. Trap, neuter, and return's the only way to be able to handle the community cats. So I'm not going to get into a lot of that. Other than that, that's what our mission is that. But also we have spayed, neutered thousands of animals here in Logan County, not just city of Guthrie, but Logan County too.
Yeah.
The whole area. I mean, if people call me and they can't afford to have their animals fixed, we fix them for them.
Yeah.
We get a lot of medical calls. Sometimes, we've done some medical calls, but we can't do every medical
I've
call.
seen you save a duck.
I've
Lisa.
saved a duck,
You
coyote
saved
pup.
A coyote pup that's thriving.
Yes,
What's
he
his
is.
name again?
Well, it's Ranger now. But
Ranger.
It was Wiley.
It
and
was
then
Wiley.
He's at the Three
There
Forks.
he is on the screen.
Wiley.
Look at him.
Yeah, so you got in Wiley and the coyote, and
Yes.
but you didn't know, weren't sure, right? I mean, you
Well,
probably had a feeling.
I knew that. I thought he was a fox kit at
Okay.
first, but then we took him to wild care a couple of times. We're not going to get into all that,
Yeah.
other than that they deemed him as a domesticated animal. Well, by the time 4 months rolls around, he's my pup.
You still have him?
But
But
it's
he's
not.
thriving.
It's not legal to have a coyote pup.
Okay.
Okay,
So not
but
doing
it was
anything
legal.
illegal.
It
I
was
was about
legal
to ask
for me
you.
to have a coy dog, which would be, a mixed coyote pup, which I knew he wasn't mixed. I knew he was full blood. But just trying to convince people that he was the real deal was pretty hard and challenging. So now that we've convinced everybody that he was a coyote pup.
You had DNA testing done on him,
Yeah,
right?
but that DNA, you remember that DNA was Pekingese and Rat Terrier.
Oh, never mind. That did not go well.
It did not go well.
Okay.
It really did. So,
Yeah.
so we knew that wasn't the case.
Okay.
So,
Oh, there she is. If you're watching on YouTube,
he's
holding
my baby.
Wiley.
Oh.
So real short, I
That-
know we're getting into Wiley, but,
Yeah, but
what
that-
I was
that
trying
was-
to say is
that
that you
was-
help as many animals as you can.
we do. And Three Forks Nature Center has him. So if anybody wants to go see him, he's there. Their 18-year-old coyote had passed away, and so he's got their enclosure.
And so he's doing great.
He's doing fantastic.
thriving.
Because now
Because of
he's
you.
domesticated now, and he can't just be put. I know.
Because of you
Well,
saving him.
So most
Wiley
people,
Ranger.
most people know that I just love animals. So
Yeah.
it's not just yes, I love cats. Cats are my heart, but I love dogs. I have dogs too. So if we can help in any kind of way, which I'm on. Everything's tagged on me. I try to do the best I can, but I don't have a facility. We took in 48 cats.
You do this out of your home.
Put out of my home. Have 82 cats at my house right now because those 48 were going to get euthanized that were dumped on the side of the road. So we just pretty much try to help everywhere we can. It takes a lot of money to do that.
Sure.
We're running $250 a day just to feed the animals. We feed 162 street cats a day that we have fixed, trapped, neutered, and returned. We've set up feeding stations and shelters to keep them from being a nuisance. They stay around their feeding stations, trying to educate people of that. It's been super, super hard. But the main goal is spay and neutering, and to do that, we have to have funding.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
And they're a 501c3.
we're legal,
Yep.
501c3, tax deductible. So if you give a donation, we can give you a tax receipt. So we're just, we're honored that you guys are on board with us. We're super, super, I was elated. You guys told me on one of our garage sales, you surprised me.
That was fun.
I felt like I was on the clearance house.
We didn't show up with funding that day.
What is his
but-
name? Pat Sajak? What's this? Is that
No,
his
that's
name?
Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, see.
No, it
It's
was
okay.
what's
I know.
the
What
other
was
one?
his name? With the balloons and the
Yeah, but
money?
what's the
Ed McMahon.
Ed McMahon.
Ed
Thank you,
McMahon.
producer
Yeah.
Chris. Over
Yeah,
here. Yes.
I was a little disappointed with Ed McMahon. No, I'm kidding.
Blake and I and
I'm
Aubrey
glad I
are
don't
just
look like Ed McMahon. So I'm
just
happy.
kidding.
I know.
Like Aubrey and I won't take offense.
I was super, super excited. You guys
Yeah.
caught me in the moment. We were hot. We were doing the
Yeah.
garage sales. That garage sale made us change our garage sales to May. One
'Cause of
time
the
a
rain,
year
yeah.
it beat us up that week.
I remember that.
Between
And that's
hay-
a big money maker for you.
It's a big. We
Yeah.
raised $10,000. That was our goal,
Amazing.
and we made it in 4 days on $5 garage sale baskets. So
That's amazing.
and it's because of people like you guys that
Donating,
donated.
yeah.
People that donate has really. That's the only way we. Everybody talks about what I do, but you know what? It's not about me.
It's a community.
It's a
for
community.
Sure.
If I don't have a
Yeah.
community behind me, I can't do
That's
it.
right.
So, I can raise all kinds of Wileys, and I can save these I got 2 blind kitties right now, and then they're seeing due to my care. But I can do that all day long, but I can't do it without funding.
Yeah.
They have to be fed, and they have to be watered, and they have
Right.
to have litter. and the only way to do that is with funding. And every month I'm responsible for the bills.
Yeah.
And if we fall short, guess who's responsible for the bills?
Yeah.
Is me. So thank
And
you,
you've
everybody.
been part of Midwest Liftfest before.
I have, and
she
I
has
was-
set up a booth and paid a vendor fee, which
have.
all of that went to whatever nonprofit we were supporting
Yes.
that year. And she has brought out, she's had water bowls for the animals that have showed up at Liftfest, and got the word out about our organization. So she was, that's where I get to brag on
Yeah.
you. She was supporting this event by not being a recipient, but by giving.
Yeah, it was
And
fun.
so I love that because now it's come full circle. And
Well, it was hot. I'm glad you moved it because we were hot. We actually had a dog actually overheat at that.
Oh, I remember.
Yes, and
Yes.
so we were able to save that dog. So I'm happy to say that.
Yeah.
But it's,
So what can we expect at your booth at Liftfest?
we're going to have T-shirts. We're going to have a 50-50 raffle, which whatever money we raise, we're going to split that with the VFW since that's part of the
Love
deal.
it.
Yep.
I think they're going to also have a 50-50 raffle, so we can do
Yeah.
that at both booths. We're going to have a little mini bike, a raffle for a little mini bike.
Perfect.
It's $5
We
a
love that.
ticket and 5 tickets for $20. T-shirts, and then we'll have all of our volunteers there to help with you guys too. If
Cool.
you guys need us,
Okay.
they're there to come to serve everybody.
Great.
Awesome. We can't wait.
pretty
Okay.
excited.
Thank you, Lisa.
No, I'm
We're
pretty
so
excited.
pumped
Thank
that you're part of it
Thank you.
this year. So, all right, let's turn over to Doug, commander here of the local VFW. And so what can we expect at your booth, and what does the VFW even do?
Well, the VFW has been around. We're celebrating our 125th this year. For the VFW, it's Veterans of Foreign Wars. You have to be a veteran that served in a war.
Okay.
And to put that in perspective is 1%, if you take all of America, and 1% is ever going to serve in the military. Of that 1%, only 1% is going to be able to be a VFW member.
Okay.
So we're a small organization. Our number one mission is to support veterans, no matter if you're a veteran of a war or just a veteran.
Okay.
You don't have, for our services, getting their benefits. Last year, the VFW wide in 23, we recovered $13 billion for the veterans for their health and medical. That all comes out, and we fought for it. We go to Congress, the PACT Act. That's no one else's. There's other people that take pride and say that they did it. It's a VFW deal.
Okay.
We fought that, and it takes numbers. You have to have 1 million people to even for Congress to listen to you.
Right.
So we've got to go out and recruit. So that's what we do on a lot of things. We go out and recruit and take care of our veterans. That's our number one mission.
Okay. How do you help some veterans here in Guthrie and Logan County?
Well, last month there was a veteran that just got out of service, come out from Tinker, and basically got out. He hadn't had pay in 3 weeks. We got him hooked up with a house down in the Paseo district.
Okay.
It took one phone call. We got all the commanders online, and
So different posts working together, not just Guthrie.
yes, no,
Okay.
it's District 9 is our district.
Okay.
We all work together because we're so small. We're the
Yeah.
smallest district, Crescent, Edmond, us, and we got this guy, a house for a month, got him fed, and got hopefully get him back on his right track.
Awesome.
So
That's awesome.
And you guys have, we could go on and on
Yeah.
about some of the stories. I know you guys personally. So,
Yep.
I know some of the things, it could be anything from a veteran needs a new refrigerator
Yep.
to an electric bill
Yes,
paid.
anything. Your bills
some
paid.
clothing, transportation,
Yes.
whatever.
And the
that looks
transportation's
like.
a big deal because a lot of us are wounded and disabled, and if we have several doctor's appointments, and all they have to do is pick up the phone, we'll get them there. We'll get them to
Okay.
their doctor's appointment, and then our second goal is the community. We really pride ourselves on doing stuff for the community. So if somebody from the community, we had a house that burnt down totally.
Mm-hmm.
We donated some money for them, donated our facility for them to have an event there.
Yeah.
We try to give back to our communities too.
Yeah. Awesome.
Great.
So what can we look for at the VFW booth
Well, the
this year?
VFW booth, we're going to have T-shirts and hats, new designs.
Okay. I'm anxious because I've been asking for a shirt for a minute.
Yep. And then we're going to have the 50-50 with Paws for Claws. And we also are going to have a rifle raffle.
Okay.
And we will have John Vance's 9mm raffle at our booth.
Okay.
So,
Very
man stuff. Man stuff.
Corey, you didn't hear any of that.
And for legal reasons, he's going to take care of that and do all the proper.
Yes,
paperwork.
Everything legal is going to be up to par.
Let's do a note on that. It's all legal.
We can't meet
gun
you.
raffles.
We can't meet you behind the Walmart.
Nope.
And
don't
give
even
gun
ask.
there. Can't do it.
Yes, there's a proper way to do that,
There
and
is.
you partner with a local
Heather's Pawn Shop.
business. Yes.
We partnered with Heather's,
To do
and
that.
she's done one for us already, and we're going to do it again. And
Okay.
so she's been a big help. So
One more thing. We get the Twister Jeep out there with us. I just wanted to point that out.
Oh, we have to talk about that. Yeah. Jess and Tim Stegner of Tim's Body Works, they actually own the Twister Jeep, not a replica, not a wannabe. The Twister Jeep from the first Twisters movie, and then they recently was able to purchase the original Dorothy from the movie. So you definitely got to come out and check that out. Be free photos.
Yeah. They almost sent it up in the air last night.
Oh, they thought about it. Yeah.
It actually has a Helen Hunt signature on it.
It does have a Helen
Really?
Hunt signature.
Very
in
I'd
the
like to
truck.
add one more thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want people to know that there's 3 to 4 million animals a year that's being euthanized right now. That's I don't know if
a lot.
I don't know if you can wrap your head around that.
That's a lot.
So that's where our passion is: to spay and neuter as many animals as possible to help with the overpopulation and the suffering. Because when these pups and these kitties are being born, especially street ones, are out, being dumped and stuff. There's a really simple solution to it. It's just spaying and neutering your pet. I mean, we have a simple solution to it.
Right.
And it was so expensive, but now we're given lots of options. There's lots of free spay and neuters. You just have to hunt for them. We put on a low-cost spay and neuter clinic every other month here in Logan County. At the
fairgrounds,
fairgrounds,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
And we pay for a lot of that.
Okay.
The people that can't even afford the low cost, we pay for that. So that's where those funds go. So I just want to add that on. 3 to 4 million healthy, adoptable animals are euthanized every single year. Yeah.
I've got 4 dogs. I'm not
That
trying to
is-
sound, but I mean 4 is my max, and I've
Yeah.
done that because we've found every single one of our dogs out in the just like
Running around.
strays.
Aw.
Yeah.
So we have to do better. That's
Yeah.
those are third world country numbers, not America. So I just don't. We've got to educate people that is so important. To, people that don't have it done, please get it done because it's.
Or reach out. Lisa will answer your questions. She's available. I mean, call her if you have questions. She'll at least direct you.
I do, and I'll try to help you. I mean, I can't help every single person, but I sure try. I mean,
I know you do.
I really do. I try to help every single.
Yes.
I mean, I spend hours on social media, and I have a day job.
Right.
I have a day job plus that
And
the
a husband.
taking those. He's feeling it. The 48
Well, I
kitties.
just mean you have a life too, and you do HCPC. You give your whole heart and soul
Yes, I do.
to what you do.
Well,
And
those
so-
animals, they deserve better, so we got to do better
Yeah.
as Americans. So,
Yeah.
anyway, thank you for letting me interrupt
Well,
you.
nope, that's what this is for, is discussion. And
Well,
same
I've
thing
got-
with veterans, are we doing enough to help these people that go to battle for us and have in the past? And I mean, we have our freedoms in America because of what veterans like you and many others are doing. So are we taking care of them?
Right.
Are we doing the best we can? Things like this is how you can help.
Yeah. Well, one thing we're going to do, plan on doing with any funds that we get,
Okay.
big picture, is we're going to create a VFW Family Funds event center outside because we own all the property all the way to Nelson's Monument.
Okay.
Didn't want to get punch that in there, but so we're going to have that grass field, hold some local bands, concert venue, have cornhole tournaments.
To help you continue to raise the funds you need.
And people
Okay.
can rent that from us.
Yeah.
Just like our hall that we have, we're the cheapest rent in town for events. So we can house 125 people in the hall. And so like graduations, memorial services and stuff like that, we welcome anybody out. It's so easy to do, and it's for the community. That's part for the community.
Yeah. And it's just fun. I've been out there and played Singo and Bunko, and there's, it's just fun to connect. And I mean, these are men and women that
Karaoke.
we didn't talk about that, but these are men and women that have served, have served for us. And so, come hang out with them, get to know them, let them tell, their stories. Because I know they have them, and getting together at the VFW. I know, even I'll give a shout out to the Legion, some of the efforts that they're doing for veterans through their esports and different things. I mean, this is how we keep minds healthy, and keep people engaged, because it's a community. You don't want somebody at home suffering with with mental health or things like that. So get together, come out and get to know. I'm not a veteran. In fact, I don't even have any, my parents weren't veterans, but veterans mean so much to me for the freedoms that me and my family have. And so I love, getting to know the group out there, and it's really special. So I can't wait to see how much money we're going to raise on Saturday.
Me neither.
So,
I'm ready to see. I'm getting ready.
We're all excited.
Yes, we are.
We are very excited.
A lot of work to be done the next few days. But if you can't attend, you've got something going and you're thinking, man, I really want to contribute though. We have Venmo and Cash App, both Midwest Liftfest. Am I getting that right?
That's right.
Are the handles on there? Message the chamber, message the Liftfest page, Vance Auto Group. We can tell you, we'll take $5 donations all day long. Any bit of money helps and goes to these two organizations.
I even challenge everybody to give $1.
There you go. Challenge you to
I
give $1.
challenge everybody to give $1 to this event. Just $1. I mean,
it all adds up.
Yeah,
when you
absolutely.
know 20,000
Yeah.
people, that's $20,000.
That's
It only
right.
cost you $1 out of your pocket.
There you go.
So
yes, and please share on social media. We're just super excited to put this on again and see what happens. So
I'm so
plus we're
ready.
just gonna have fun together. So there it is on the screen, Midwest Lift Fest. We have a Facebook page as well as a YouTube channel.
That's right.
If you want to be entertained by some local Guthrie children, check out one of the latest YouTube
I love
videos
it.
where the kids had a political session.
Oh yeah,
that was good too.
we had
Drilling
a
Blake,
Q&A. Yeah,
the Q&A. Yeah,
They wanted to know what was in it for them.
That's
So
we didn't really get
Council, right?
political. It was just meant to look that way. But yeah, it was a lot of fun wrangling those children.
Yeah,
and,
that was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So anyway, anything else we need to add?
Is that noon to 5, right?
noon to 5 Saturday, this
Yep.
coming Saturday, right behind John Vance Auto Group. We are going to be ready to have a really fun day. It's going to be nice weather. I don't think we're going to breach 70. I mean, it
I'm here for it.
might be 75 for 2 hours.
I'm here for it.
But we are so excited.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
And we're going to have some music too. I do want to do a shout out to Gary Good Entertainment for connecting us. We're going to have a DJ.
Great atmosphere.
So it's just going to be fun. You're not going to want to miss it.
Nope.
So anyway, well, thank you all so much for
Thank
being
you.
on the
Thanks
show.
for having us.
It was
Thank
a
you for
lot
having
of fun. Can't wait to see what we do on Saturday. And again, check out MidwestLiftFest.com or on social media, and we hope to see you there. So thank you again to the Vance Auto Group and everything that they're doing for the community. And this is just one of the ways that they give back. So. All right, everyone. I think that's it. We'll catch you next time on another episode of Chamber Vibes.
Thanks for listening to the Chamber Vibes podcast from Second Banana Media Studios in beautiful downtown Guthrie, America. Be sure and check out a new episode every other Monday. And until then, remember to choose Guthrie.